Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex-Muslim, ex-Shia. Come to help the Muslims see for themselves and decide. This time, on this Allah has deceived believing men about acting justly. So there's an ayat in Surah Nisa. We're going to go there in my notes. See how Allah loves justice, people who act justly also. So there are many ayats on this. Allah loving people who act justly, right? See, Allah even orders justice. In Surah 16, ayat 90, Allah says, "Indeed, Allah orders justice and good conduct and giving to relatives and forbids immorality and bad conduct and oppression. He admonishes you that perhaps you will be reminded." See this, and my health is not quite good. It's deteriorated. I have fever, and please bear with me if you can. So, but since I'm resting and bored of resting, also not getting any rest, although I'm trying to, but just, very restless and all. So I thought of doing this. This was very tough for me again in this condition. Um, can't seem to come out of the shocks that life has given me. Can't seem to find any happiness either inside. Don't know what's wrong with me. Or maybe I know what's wrong with me, but I can't say it here. So please cooperate here. And Muslims, I care for you, right? I care for the truth, and I care for justice. So when justice, they say, is delayed, justice is denied. Now, so in between, I've these different, on different topics, ayats, but maybe I will not do it right now, right? Surah 16, ayat 93. It's in green, highlighted. And then this one is in turquoise color, highlighted, Hajj, Surah Hajj, ayat 78. But I just want to show you, right, if you don't agree with me, like how uh, terrible this is, the way Allah has put it. Because this, maybe, I don't know what now excuses the Muslims are going to make for this Surah 4 at 129. And yeah, something's wrong with my voice also. So, sorry, excuse me. It's going to crack or something. I'm not feeling well, right? Haven't been for a longest time. However, I do this, and recently I think I've got slight fever. Fever comes feeling feverish also. So, anyways, let's see if I can do this properly now. I'm in a shock. Surah 4 at 129, you will not be able to treat your wives with absolute justice. It's just treat your wives with justice. Or, not even when you keenly desire to do so. Allah says this in Surah 4 at 129, right? What else does He say? You incline not wholly to one, leaving the other in suspense. If you act rightly, now, if you act rightly and remain God fearing, surely Allah is all forgiving and all compassionate. Would you say this is okay? Of course, all Muslims would say this is okay. This Allah has told us this now. But Allah said you will never be able to do justice. So, as a Shia, when I was as a Shia Muslim and I was reading this verse, I was like, better not. Oh, you're not supposed to have more wives than one. Only one wife, right? You're not supposed to have more than one wife. Shouldn't. Allah should. So I was kind of confused, but I just let it go here. I mean, I've been confused. I was on Surah Nur, ayat 33, and Surah Azab, ayat 37. That I questioned later. But here, um, later on, I didn't perhaps come to this ayat again and again. because Surah 4 is a long ayat, a long surah, sorry. Or whatever the reason was, but however, Allah allows you, okay, whatever the reason was, right? Okay, now see this Surah 4 ayat 3, going back, previous ayat 3. Allah allows you, and if you fear that you will not deal justly with the orphan girls, then marry those that please you of other women, two or three or four, who please you, of other women, two or three or four. But if you fear that you will not be just, then marry one. Here also he says, if you have a fear that you will not be just, then marry one. Just is important, the word, not being just. So for me, I was like, how does he allow more than one wife? How is Allah allowing this? Or those your, and then also those your right hands possess, i.e., slaves. So you can keep as many slaves as you like what your right hands possess. Sorry, I can't find a place for this now. Okay. And that is more suitable that you may not incline to injustice, meaning. Yeah. So Allah has eaten that word. Or maybe not incline too much to one or whatever. Perfect in writing or sending such, conveying revelations clearly. Right? See this? And the one who's intelligent, or even help for the average Muslims who are not that intelligent. You are not that intelligent because of some fear in you. Otherwise, you have, I must have that normal ones, believers. And of course, so how shall I say it? How shall I put it? Like normally, intelligence is in you. Allah expects you to understand all these. It's very, sometimes very complicated things. So you are afraid, you made to be afraid and not use your mind properly. Reason also. Or even whatever comes from the heart. The intelligence of the heart and the intelligence of the mind. See what he has done to you. And yet there is Surah 3 at 18. Allah witnesses that there is no deity except Him, and so do the angels and those of knowledge that He is maintaining creation. Is He? Is the ayat put like this? He's maintaining creation and justice? I don't know. Let's see. In Arabic, there is no deity except Him. Okay, this is okay. In the ayat, the exalted and might, the wise. Now, the ones who are in knowledge, those of knowledge. Allah witnesses that there is no deity except Him, and do the angels and those of knowledge maintain, those of knowledge maintaining injustice. What maintaining injustice? Isn't it those of knowledge rather than Allah maintaining injustice? My goodness, what kind of, how has He put this ayat again? Allah, Surah 3, ayat 18. Look at it. Act justly, Surah Hujurat, ayat 9. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly. See? Allah loves those who have been commanded to do justice among you. Even Prophet Muhammad is told, commanded by Allah to do justice among you. Surah Shura, ayat 15. And then, okay. So see, justice is very important. And then this is a funny ayat, Surah 3, ayat 18. Let's see what the Shia say about this. So help for the Shias and Sunnis. Please don't get, why would you be afraid, Shias? Right? Oh, now she's gone to the Shias again. Oh, God. Zahra, let us do something about this. No, no, I'm not allowing the Sunnis to come after you because Sunni Islam is gone also. Islam is gone altogether. Now a little more that here and there specific help for the specific, I mean, help for the specific Muslims, right? Like Shias. So, oh God, so this is the verse. Oh, this is Surah 2, Surah Baqarah ayat. Here, I think it's this one. Yes, Surah 3, ayat 18. Allah bears witness that there is no God but He, and so do the angels and those possessed of knowledge, maintaining His creation with justice. I think there is no God but He, the mighty, the wise. So, do you think there's a comma here that Allah is maintaining His creation after saying those possessed of knowledge bear witness? Oh, that Allah is maintaining His creation with justice. That Allah, there is no God but He. So weird. Okay. I think the Arabic. Let me go back to Surah 3 at 18. Let me just open it. And I might act funny at times. Please understand that this was my religion, and I feel a lot. I'm a feeler, unfortunately, right? And I also like logic and reasoning, but I'm also a feeler, so I care. And why should I have thought? Why doesn't Allah care? Right? Sometimes Allah doesn't care. My God, the flood is coming. Allah doesn't care. Allah witnesses that there is no deity except Him, and so do the angels and those who maintain. Let me see the Arabic side to it. Can make out from here Quran.com. Bears witness Allah that there is no deity except God. Anyways, I covered this, right? That you cannot bear witness to Allah because you can't see Allah. For the Shias, help has come from me. I explained this, right? And through proof, Quran ayats. So I had to take Imam Ali's Najul Balagha and and then prove them wrong through the Quran ayats. That no man, no human being can bear witness to this Allah, the Allah that Imam Ali mentions, right? How do you see Allah? You can't see Him with the eyes. Imam Ali has said, I see Him with the heart, right? Okay, let's see about that also. So, anyways, but Allah is beyond everything, His attributes, and beyond even the existence. Don't know where He is, what He is, in what respect He is. Okay, let's see this back to this ayat. Uh, Imam Ali for the Shias, yeah? And so do the angels and owners of the knowledge. These are the ulul ilmi now. Paima. Okay, standing, uh, and the owners of knowledge standing in justice. Now, who's standing in justice? Allah is standing in justice, or the ulu ilmi are standing in justice? That there is no God. Now, here they put they put a different thing that he is maintaining in justice. He is standing in justice. Allah is standing, or the ulu who is here? Ah, namaste, Manmoji Sharma. Welcome, welcome. बहुत namaste. आपको भी. So you see who are the ones who is maintaining. So here they put some. Sahih International says God is maintaining. This part is given to God again. But I think those of knowledge, they also know that He's maintaining injustice. God knows. But the Shias tafsir is like Allah is maintaining justice. See, men possessed of knowledge, the way Maududi has put it, bear witness in truth and justice that there is no God. This is how Maududi has put it. For the Sunnis, right? So, yeah, they bear witness in truth and justice, right? How can these ulu, possessed of knowledge, like men, bear witness in truth and justice that there is no God but He? Have any idea? They bear witness. So that's why some believers, some Muslims, put it like the Shia have is. Let me just make sure. Sahih International goes against Maududi's translation of this ayat, Surah 3 ayat 18, that he is maintaining creation and justice. So change of the whole this part of the ayat completely, right? Against Maududi. And I now here uh, agree with Maududi, right? That the men possessed of knowledge bear witness in truth, that there is no God but He. This is what the ayat is saying. Bear witness, possessed of knowledge, bear witness. I don't think with knowledge you can bear witness. You're supposed to be there physically to be bearing witness in truth and justice, says I. So this problem here and then. That's why you see Sahih International has to put that God, the He, the H of He in capital, so meaning God, maintaining creation and justice. Now you see, Surah, wait, how can you do justice? Allah loves justice, Surah. Taking Surah 4 ayat 129, you will not be able to treat your wives with justice, meaning, let's leave the absolute out. Even justice, right? Never. You will never, not. Men, not even when you keenly desire to do so. It suffices to order to follow the law of Allah that you incline not wholly to one. See how He's tricked you, this Allah. But the men, believing men, you will never be able to do justice towards these wives, right? But He's told you how He loves justice and how He loves those who act justly, Surah Jurat ayat 9, and how He commands justice. Well, what happened to Him here in Surah 4 ayat 129? What happened to this Allah? You see, when I read it as a Shia, I was kind of not quite sure what has happened to my Allah, but I left it, you see. This is what happens to us, Muslim believers. I can understand colors and all this. I was like, what is? Then why has He allowed? And then, not putting all the eyes together like I have done here, Allah loves justice. Oh, Allah loves doing of justice. And in a Shia, uh, wait here. Oops. Yeah. Going to Shia tafsir on this. Oh, this is Surah Baqarah. I came to how I have come to this. I'll just take you to Surah 3 ayat 18. Again, the tafsir, Shia tafsir on Surah 3 ayat 18. Allah Himself bears witness. And where's that Shia? You see, we have, this is what I was thinking. It's in Usul al-Din, not Usul al-Furu'adin, but Usul al-Din, Shiaism, right? Justice is one of the 5 fundamental doctrines of Islam, original, right? Shiaism. It distinguishes Shia faith from other schools of thought. The 5 roots of the faith, Usul al-Din, are given below. Number 1, Tawheed, there is no God save Allah. Number 2, very important, Adal. Do you see? Sunnis don't have this. We Shias My previous sect has this school of thought. Excuse me. Allah is all just second. Third, Risalat. Fourth, Imamat. Fifth, Qiyamat, the day of final judgment. See? So this is very important for us Shias, that Allah is just. Adl also means just, not only Bilqist. Right? So, how could Allah allow the believing men to marry more than one wife when He says in Surah Nisa? Wait, now back to my notes. Sorry about this. Ayat 129, you will not be able to treat your wives justly, right? Absolute justice. You know, Maududi has put this to make you see. Oh my God, what should I say? Let's see, Surah 4, Ayat 129. Where have I opened it? Okay. I'll lose the Shia tafsir. I have to go back to the Shia tafsir on this. Surah 4, Ayat 129. You see, Hindus come here. We're the Muslims. Why are you afraid? So I'm losing. Yeah, I've lost. The I'm not. This channel is a failure. Have I convinced? No, no. Have I shown the proof to you? Is it? So, and you will never be able to be equal. Equal. The low. Adil from Adil. You see, never. If you we reread the ayat, like the English translation and literation helps me. So where's this word coming from? Adil, right? Deal justly, not absolute justice. Oh my God. Yeah, so this means that you can never do, and never will you be able to deal justly between the women, right? And you're saying, oh, yes, Allah has said this, that it's okay because Allah said you will never be. But yet He's allowed you to marry more than one wife. Women marry more than one. So you desire, but do not incline all with the inclination, right? That's okay for you. Think about it. It's a very serious matter here. Why has Allah allowed you? Question Allah. You have not questioned Allah, Shias even. Why? Have you been afraid? Yes. And you don't believe in yourselves. Oh, Quran covers everything. What authority are we? Like you will question the ex-Muslims. So yes, yes, yes. Now question it. Why this? Right? Now you can question it. And why shouldn't you? Justice is so important. Oh my God, the believing men will not be able to do justice yet between dealing between the women, their wives, meaning, or what their right hands possess. Of course not. Never. So, you, believing men, Shias, even you didn't question this. Why? Because of fear. Again, I'm repeating myself. What else stopped you? You have no authority to question the wisdom of this Allah. This is the problem. Now, and you can't even be then. Can you be these men who are ulu, right? Ulu. I mean, the first, oh, sorry. Ulu means says of it is, doesn't it? Ulu mean first? Zu or the means possessor. like in Surah Takwir. So we go up, up, up again. Have to go to the tafsir of Surah Shia tafsir. What's this? Am I on a truth? Oh, I went too far up. Where is that? I missed it. This one. So we go back here. Now, look at this. Can you be those possessed of knowledge, maintaining his. Now, Shakir has put this part that Allah is maintaining creation with justice. Please see the ayat also. She has. Let me click on all three translations of this ayat in English. Pictil, we have. Oh no. Shakir Pictil. Allah Himself is witness that there is no Allah save Him and the angels. No, how can the angels be a witness? And the men of learning too are witnesses. Full stop. Maintaining His creation and justice. What? Does make sense that Allah is maintaining His creation and justice, this part. No, these men of learning are maintaining His creation. Are, take the Arabic. There's no, Yusuf Ali, let's see, I'm going to, there's no God but He that is the witness of Allah, His angels, and those endowed with knowledge, standing firm on justice. Yes, those endowed with knowledge are standing firm on justice. Also, Allah bears witness, His angels, and those endowed with knowledge standing firm. All of them standing firm on justice, I think. Maybe that is the thing. There is no God but He. So, some problem has happened in this ayat, the understanding and translate properly and interpreting it. You see, Yusuf Ali standing firm on justice. Who is standing firm on justice? I think all of them, right? Witness, that is the witness of Allah, His angels, and those endowed with knowledge standing firm on justice. Now, if you take Surah 4, ayat 129, tell me, can you stand firm? Can you be these ulu ilmi who are standing firm on justice? Supposed to be standing firm on justice, that there is no God but He, with Allah and the angels. No, you can't be, because this is how Allah has tricked you, Shias also. You see. This is what this Allah has done. So that's why I brought this ayat. And what is the meaning of this ayat? Now there's a problem in this ayat, whether it is only Allah who is maintaining His creation and justice, or all three of them, Allah, His angels, and those endowed with knowledge standing firm on justice, or only those endowed with knowledge standing firm on justice. The different, in English we can make out different meanings of this part of the ayat. Some mishap has happened about this ayat, Surah 3 ayat 18, moreover. Now, but that's not the topic, but I have to bring it out, right? Allah Himself bears witness to His own unity. It is His infinite mercy that He makes known. Now the Shia tafsir I'm reading out of Surah 3 ayat 18, right? Started reading. That He makes known His self-subsisting, ever-living existence. Wajib al-wujud, that is His ever-living existence, self-subsisting, to he to His created beings who otherwise could never know anything about Him. See commentaries for verse 255 of Surah Baqarah. The infinite created beings can only say that there is no God save Allah. Can only say, or they can also, Allah is saying they can bear witness. They can only say here. See, put witness, bear witness. But Akamedipuya says, eh, see, they can't. Okay, but then let's see. What is witnessing, bearing? So, Akamedi Puya says in this verse, Shahadat, bearing witness, has been restricted to Allah, the angels, and those endowed with knowledge, divine knowledge. Although in many other verses it is stated that every being in the heavens and the earth glorifies Allah and bears witness to His unity. Every being in the heavens and the earth glorifies Allah and bears, every believing being. The restriction is justified because in this verse, shahadat has been used in the sense of a particular knowledge, which contains perceptual insight to realize the truth of his tawheed. Allah knows that there is no God save He, because He is the known, the knowing, and the knower. Those who have attained the perceptual insight of the realization of truth by complete mental absorption of the absolute, you can't mentally absorb all this, of the absolute, possess the same quality of knowledge. So through knowledge, they can't bear witness. No one can bear witness to this but Allah Himself. Right? This I've explained in one of my earlier live streams. Earlier live streams. Whoever reaches this state, not only explained, shown you step by step, proof, Quran has. Whoever reaches this stage naturally becomes entitled to bear witness over his creation, bearing witness over Allah's creation. So he has to, when Allah even created the creation, he should be there. You know what is bearing witness? When Prophet Muhammad or someone was told, a believer, that you were not there on the side where Moses was given the commandments, and therefore you were not a witness. You were not a shahid, a shaheed, a witness. How can the believers bear witness here? These believers who are given knowledge, even. With knowledge, you can only say, I believe, when you're given knowledge, but not bearing witness. In the Quran, such witnesses have been described as shuhada in verses 41 of Surah Nisa and 89 of Surah Nahl. Allah says that He will call the Holy Prophet as a witness over other witnesses. For ulul ilm, those endowed with divine knowledge, see commentary of Rasikhuna fil ilm in verse 7 of this surah. If I've mispronounced Rasikhuna, I apologize. Qaiman bil qist, standing firm, standing in justice, right? Means that Allah is the vigilant. Now you see that the Shias take it as Maududi as Sahih International puts it, and others who say that here it means Allah is the vigilant, stand, enduring, and lasting upholder and maintainer of justice. It is Allah, not the angels and not the possessor, men who possess knowledge. Only Allah. That's not what the verse says. It could mean Allah, the angels, and the ulul ilmi, the possessors of knowledge, men who maintain the justice, right? Who stand firm on justice. Good gracious. Any unjust being or any being with an iota of inequity can never be God. Never be God? Of course not. Oh, so that's why they have to put here that this Allah, who is Qaim bil Qis, standing firm on justice. Right? Fine. Now, this means, if you take, like the ex-Ismailis taking standing, or Qaim, the word Qaim, as standing for the human being, stand in your prayer. And we don't, the Agha Khanis don't stand. But here the meaning of standing for Allah has changed, and here the Shias have put Allah is the one who is standing firm in justice, or in just maintainer of justice, or upholder and maintainer of justice. Enduring, it could mean enduring and lasting upholder. So it doesn't only mean standing like you have to stand in prayer. And even in prayer, maybe you don't have to stand. It means keeping up the prayer, right? So people, maybe Aga Khani's got it right, the Imam got it right, and all the other rest of the Muslims have got it wrong. Standing for prayer, salat, 5 times, obligatory. Any unjust being or any being with an iota of inequity can never be God. Of course not. Okay. Because if arbitrariness because if arbitrariness had been applied as a primary force to effect and control the universe, no law, physical as well as social, devoid of reason and equity would be valid and operative. In that case, God could not have an essential existence to be proved by reason, but a contingency, dependency that might or might not exist. So it is an imperative fact that absolute justice is ingrained and implanted in the identity of the active factor. Absolute justice by itself is one of the aspects of the infinite or infinite mercy of the Almighty Lord, which regulates and manages His kingdom, the whole universe. It is essentially evident. Wait a minute. Shias, not only Allah, but I think this ayat is saying the angels and those given knowledge maintain injustice. Right? And look where they are going. Where? Close but no cigar. But so well explained, but you know what? It's just terrible. It is essentially evident in his every will and act. He has prescribed for himself mercy. Did he inscribe for himself? He should have inscribed for the men, his creation mercy. He doesn't need mercy. Why would he need? My goodness. So see, Shias, how important this mercy attribute of his is. And we'll come to the Gapla Shapla, the mishmash of, of what through this Shia tafsir also. Faith in Allah's justice is essential. Gapla is like upside down, it's kind of, I'll show you. And then Imam Ali saying that in Najul Balagha, we take that do not take Allah with His attributes, but now when the unity of Allah comes, Allah is with His attributes in unity. So His attributes are taken. Here it comes. Aka Mehdi Puya says if Qaima Bilqis, it's treated as the adverbial. I don't know if it's Qaiman or Qaima, right? Bilqis is treated in Arabic. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, this is standing firm in justice by justice, Bilqis, or standing in justice. Is treated as the adverbial clause qualifying the state of ulil ilm, those endowed with knowledge, yeah. Then grammatically it should have been in plural. Therefore, it is true that it qualifies the state of the divine unity. Wait a minute. Waliyakum in Surah Maida at 55 is in singular form, and yet it's not only Allah but the messenger and the believers. So it can be in here, Qaim al Bilqis is in not in plural, because all of these, Allah, angels, and the ones possessors of men, and the men possessors of knowledge, stand firm in justice, right? Or stand in justice, included. So Allah doesn't have to put it in plural. Okay, so it means that what they've gone to is the divine unity. So the divine unity of Allah, angels and even men possess knowledge should, in this verse, all of them are in this Qaim and Bilqis. not only Allah. It lays stress on the interrelation between the unity of essence and His justice, which, as His all embracing attribute, defines and determines His action and reflects itself in all His attributes. The source of all the attributes manifesting in His justice is the unity of His essence. According to the Holy Prophet, the structure of the whole of His justice. Now, these poor men, they can't even do an iota of justice with their women if they marry more than one. So you lost out on this with these ulu ilmi, men who possess knowledge. Is unity unless one upholds and maintains justice. So none can perceive him and his unity unless one upholds and maintains justice. So then you can perceive him. See, then you can perceive Allah. Then you can. So what does Imam Ali say? I don't perceive him with the eyes, but I perceive him with the heart. And then only put Imam Ali there, right? So you can perceive Allah. How do you with the heart? And what with the heart? What is that perception? Whether Imam Ali has explained it or not, I haven't gone that far within Coffee, where it is written, I think, or in the Shia books, right? So he tells someone, Imam Ali tells someone that I perceive him with the heart. Now, he's not in existence, he's beyond existence. How can even the heart perceive Allah? I don't know. Anyways, see, but then you can see him, they see here. So none can perceive him and his unit. None can perceive him and his unit unless one upholds and maintains justice. Now you see, with the eyes you cannot see him because but no one can things, right? Where's that ayat? Sir Maidas, just please hold on. Oh God, I opened these ayats, but I think I didn't put it. So remember that ayat that Allah, no vision can hold him, but Allah holds all visions. So the heart has the vision and heart can perceive Allah. According to Imam Ali, I can't show you that saying right now. So, but here the Shias are saying that then you can perceive Allah, meaning see Allah, if you maintain justice. Perceive Him and His unity unless one upholds and maintains justice. So these men possessors of knowledge here in this ayat can perceive Him, they are saying. This means they can witness Allah. And that there is no God but Allah by not this, not this, not, or knowledge they have from Allah. They can perceive Allah. However, with not with the eyes, but with the heart, let's say. But they haven't said this here, haven't expounded it, haven't explained it further. How can they perceive Allah? Maybe with the knowledge. So knowledge is important. But that knowledge that perceives Allah, and yet no eyes can perceive Allah, but the knowledge they are given, they can, with that knowledge, they can perceive Allah, is not, because Allah cannot be perceived, right? God, so think about it. I leave it open and then I'll come back to this. Tell me, think about it. How can this be? That none can perceive him and his unity. Him also. None can perceive him and his unity unless one upholds and maintains justice. Oh, you poor believing man, you cannot perceive Allah if you marry more than one wife. Justice is with unity, and unity is with justice. They are correlative. and inseparable. Islam teaches us that all excellences flow from the sublime source of justice, and all vices proceed from the base root of injustice. Haha. See how he's made you go into the vice of injustice by telling you to marry more than you can marry more than allowing you to marry more than one wife. And yet in Surah 4 at 129, Allah tells you that you will never be able to do between them, your wives. However married, you will never be able to do justice. So how he's deceived you, tricked you. Now in verse 7, let's see what else Akamedipuya says. In unity, I thought I read that. All the attributes manifesting in his justice is the unity of his essence. Does this mean that you have to take all his attributes in unity with him? And so he is all his attributes in unity. Allah is all his attributes. In unity of his attributes, Allah is. How shall I put it? Think about it. I mean, it's very eloquent. But my English tuta puta broken. I explain it, I show it to you here. Yeah? Oh, you will not be impressed. Shias, how can you be impressed by my broken English? What eloquence here. My goodness, right? But I see my Shias, poor Shias. What uh, mistakes they've made here with such eloquence. So what did they say? What Allah say in the Quran? That you will love their speech, you will love how eloquent they are. It seems logical also, right? But right? Surah Baqarah ayat 204 we go to. You like their eloquence. You say, Zahra, what is she saying? You not to know much, Shias. And of the people is he whose speech pleases you in worldly life. Such eloquence. Imagine someone having such eloquence, like the 12 Shias have. And he calls Allah to witness as what is in his heart, yet he is the fiercest of opponents. So please don't get impressed by my Shia tafsirs, right? How well I showed you that the Khomeini has written, and with what a logic, what eloquence, explaining this sort of. Again, I come. I have to bring this down. Shia tafsir. Now I thought, how do I explain this to the Shias? They will, excellence, they are correl, correlative. I can't even pronounce this English word. Me, English person, literate in English, and inseparable. Islam teaches us to, right? So these are Shia. The logical method prescribed by the Quran is to proceed from the known to the unknown. As the whole universe stands on the basis of the unity and justice of the Absolute. right? It is essential to prescribe justice, adl, as the second article of faith for the Shias. Shias take this as the second article of faith. Sunnis don't. Immediately after Tawheed, first article of faith, Usul al-Din. Now you see what the Kapla, you see what the upside down problem these Shias have done also. Not only the Sunnis and Allah and the Quran, this problem. And you like this eloquence. How logical the Quran is, how logical. Now wait, about the attributes of Allah, where I read Al-Qaim, then grammatically it should have been in plural. If, oh God. Look how hard words they've used, qualifying the state of ulul ilm. So those endowed with knowledge, the men endowed with knowledge, qualifying the state of those endowed with knowledge. Men, women, perhaps also. Then grammatically, plural. Have you forgotten Surah Maida at 55? Waliyakum. And yet it refers to Allah, and the believers to be waliyakum, singular. See how Shia tafsir here. Al-Kamadipuya has forgotten. So they want to chuck out the ulil ilm from this part of Qa'iman bil Qist of this ayat, Surah 3 ayat 1 and, oh sorry, Surah 3 ayat 18. Now, sometime a Shia, like Saklan Heather or what, whoever, you think you are very smart or what, right? And I think I'm very smart. No, no, I'm painful here. I not even want to come today. So painful finding this out again. Again and again finding out what is this. So please leave your over smartness. Yeah, I sound over smart, right? But I just want to help. I just want to help. And this was my religion. So I'm going to be a little funny on this, right? My religion. So now you see, yes, it can be in singular form. Surah Maida 55, Puya. Oh my goodness. That's why it only qualifies the state of the divine unity. It lays stress on the interrelation between the unity of his essence and his justice. It is his and only his. It is about Allah and only Allah, this part of the ayat. Maybe what this is what Akamadipuya is saying, and his all-embracing attribute. As his all-embracing attribute defines and determines his action and reflects itself in all his attributes. The source of all the attributes manifesting in his justice is the unity of his essence. What this means, the unity of his essence. And his essence can be known or not known. What say, so essence can be known or not known. Allah's essence can be known or not known. Mutashabihat should be interpreted in view. What I get from Islam means submission to the will of Allah. Oh, sorry about this. So prescribed justice, second article. Where did I read it? Made sense that faith in Allah's justice is essential. The laws made by Him to operate the universe are precise and decisive, bound based on justice, arbitrarily changed. That's why it is complete harmony. And yet, you see, there are others with Him, and He says, no partners with Him, no partners with Him, this also. But there's a partner there's someone with Him, Surah Takwir ayat. Now tell me, is this the word of Allah or is this the word of Rasul Kareem also, the attribute of Allah Kareem? Isn't that also an attribute of Allah? given to a messenger. You see, what not you are going to miss out on. The whole unity of Allah, maybe, is that we are all in unity with Allah. In what way? And one with Allah. It's oneness also. What you have missed. So I'm good. I have cut myself here. Where is that? Oh God, maybe next time. Yeah, I missed it. Or did I? You see, those endowed with knowledge. Okay, grammatically, this is wrong. His essence and his justice, which if Akamedipuya means that because it's not plural, only Allah is in Qaim al Bilqis or in His unity, all of them are. Then that means that partners with Allah are the angels and the those endowed with knowledge in this Qaim Bilqis. You know what this justice is? Divine unity. And thus it qualifies that the state of divine unity. It lays stress on the interrelation between the unity of his essence and his justice, which, and also seeing him. And where's that? Okay, let's see, I might have to correct myself. I'll look at it about the attributes of Allah. In his unity, all attributes are in his unity. Why can't I find it? All attributes, if we justice of absolute, it is essential prescribed justice. Okay, I'll leave it open. Next time, let's see. Unity is with justice. Is unity. So none can perceive him. At least look at this. The source of all the attributes manifesting in his justice is the unity of his essence. Can anyone know his essence? So this, I have to do more research on this and find out and show you. And step by step then, but this just roughly now for now. I'm not also feeling well, so I haven't done it properly. But I know I'm on the right, better than these Shia tafsir and all this. Allah Himself has done wrong in the Quran, contradictions and all. Where is the logic of the Quran? Sometimes the Quran ayats are so illogical. Unity is with just okay. So where shall I go now? Um, you see what you're going to you men, believing men, you've missed justice by marrying more than one wife. You will never be able to do justice. And yet Allah tells you, commands you to do justice. Right? And Allah loves those who act justly. I showed you these eyes earlier on. If it Surah Hujurat ayat 9, if it returns, this part I'm going to just read out. If it returns, then make settlement between them in justice and act justly. These two believing factions who are fighting, oppressing one another, fight against them until they return to the ordinance of Allah. And if they return, then make settlement between them in justice and act justly. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly. See, this is what I was asking you when I came to this ayat. Surah 4, ayat 129. Don't you love justice? Or which ayat was it? Don't you love justice? Do you love Allah? Allah loves justice. Allah loves acting just. Yet He tells you here in Surah 4, ayat 1 to 9, need I go to very complicated stuff of the Quran ayats and all about Islam. But I will go there. You will not be able to treat your wives justly. You will never be able to treat your wives justly. Some have put it this way. Not even when you keenly desire to do so. See how strict you are. Oh my God. Yet He has allowed you. Then marry those that please you of women. 2 or 3. You will not be able to treat your wives justly with justice. Not even when you keenly desire to do so. Forget that you and I love justice. Look at what Allah loves. Allah loves those who act justly. Put it like this, Zara, in the Quran ayahs. Forget. Now see how he has tricked you. And you can go to the eloquence of the Shias in the tafsirs, right? But you're going to miss the truth is, although recently again I went to Sir Pradeep Mukherjee, right? The creators like this, we are for him ants, bugs. We are his food, crime, are suffering. So I was like, oh God, this means, my passion gone. I cannot help the people to be free. Free. Find freedom in yourselves and be free of all these lies and all this that has kept us, ego, sufferance, mind, whatever has kept us bound here in sufferance. Now I can't do that with passion. That's why also, not only that I'm not feeling well, but I took a break. I'm like, I was so passionate that, you will find your freedom inside and not suffer. Like Buddha went around telling people, be free of the samsara. Now my passion gone. Now how do I help you? But then I asked God, Mukherjee, Sir Pradeep Mukherjee through him. And maybe he say, no, but you need to at least this you work this, right? Maybe you won't find it within you, but at least get out of this. This is not true. Be free. Be free of Islam, meaning a false religion. So at least I can help you in this, my Muslim believers, right? To be free of Islam, a false religion. And if I go deeper, for that, maybe I cannot take you to God and say, oh, you find something here. We are all one with God. Spirit is not to die. Okay, Allah says soul dies temporarily. Soul tastes death. But the spirit knowledge has been given later, right, to you. But nowhere in the Quran it says spirit, ruh, not nafs, ruh, with the R-U-H. It is not to die. Allah not to say anywhere it die. If I find out, I will come, tell you. And if Allah say the spirit die, then leave this also. Another reason for leaving it. No, the spirit's knowledge we have given you but little. The nafs is different from the soul is different from the spirit. And the words are different. Arabic words are different in the Quran. So you not even need to have that knowledge, spirit. What? So, we could be one with Allah, right? And not Allah trying to trick us to make us be separate from Him. We are His creation. He is our creator. He's separate from us in that way. He's beyond even His existence, beyond our existence in Shia Islam. Imam Ali has explained how. So, what he trick us with? That, he said, little knowledge have we given you of the spirit, ruh, right? Why? Why he withhold? When in Surah Takwir, when the Jews asked him, background of this I've learned from online. When the Jews asked him, the ayat came promptly that little knowledge have we given you. The spirit is of the command of Allah, and little knowledge of you of the spirit. Now you see this Surah Takwir ayat. He does not withhold knowledge. So why Allah withhold this now? Why little knowledge withhold? Withhold knowledge, right? The prophet or the messenger of Allah? Surah Takwir ayat 24 or 20, 24. Sorry, I have to quickly. So 24. And he, meaning Muhammad, is not a withholder of knowledge of the unseen. And not is he on the unseen a withholder, right? He doesn't withhold it, but Allah, and it is not the word of a devil expelled, but it is the word of Allah or Rasul Kareem. Tell me, these are the ayats of Allah. There's an ayat, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the surah and the ayat, the number. But you see, this is the word. See how they put brackets, try to change it. It indeed is a word surely of the messenger noble. What does this mean? Huh? And these are the ayats of Allah, from Allah, right? So Rasul Kareem and Allah are one in this, that this Allah says this is my word or my ayats. Allah has not said in the Quran that these are words, but indirectly, maybe it's not explicitly, but indirectly, implicitly, right? This is from Allah, but Allah is saying this word from of Rasul Karim. Now, conveyed and all this, they have to put in brackets, like Sahih International has, but Maududi hasn't. Bearer, message. Oh, yeah. This is the word of a noble message bearer. Is this the word of Allah or the noble? Is there any difference then between Allah and the noble messenger? No difference in this. Who is possessor of power? But about the word, this, i.e., the Quran is a word. See, then Say International has to put conveyed by. They can't put it is what Allah has put here directly. إِنَّهُ لَقَوْلُ رَسُولٍ كَرِيمٍ. See? It's the word of Rasul Karim. Partners, partners, no partners, unforgivable. Shirk. Sin. It is a shirk. Let's see what. So, work out. Word of Allah, Ruh of Allah is Jesus Christ also, and He strengthens you with the Ruh ayat from the Quran. Now, could the Spirit be Allah? And like the Trinity, we go into Christianity to understand what is this Allah, the Spirit, His Word, and then we come to Jesus Christ. But I'm not a Christian, right? But maybe all of us have something. If we are the creation of Allah, and when He says be and it is, so He created like this, right? Somebody says 7 days and all this. But, He said, when He wants, intends a thing to be, He says to it be and it is. So that's how I thought created us also in this way. So we are His be and it is word, phrase. And then we can go deeper into are we also the ulu, the possessors of knowledge? But the spirit has it, perhaps, packed in it. Codex. Oh, that we are Allah Himself. Like that. But now I'm giving you in a layman's way, right? Think about these things. Shias also. This is the word of Rasul Karim and this is the word of Allah. I couldn't find, sorry, I checked. It says that the word of your Lord has been perfected in truth and justice. Surah 6, ayat 115. Doesn't say it is the word of your Allah, but the word of your Lord has been perfected in truth and justice. When it has been perfected in truth and justice, it has come here, and those who possess of knowledge, what they can work it out. You got it? Surah 3 at 18. Oh my God, where does knowledge come from that they maintain injustice? That there is no God but Allah. And how Imam Ali perceived Allah with his heart. Hmm? You know? Or the Spirit have it all. And the Spirit is Allah Himself as the Spirit. And then Jesus Christ comes, the Word of Allah also. And we all could be like this, the same as Jesus Christ, and find our power and work as Jesus Christ, healing the lepers and breathing in bird, creating a bird with through clay. Then we can all have this power. You get it? Justice, maintain, perfected with truth. It asks if the Quran could be from any other than Allah, but it Quran, not the word. The word, right, in Surah 6, ayat 115, and in Surah Takwir, ayat 19, there's the word of the noble messenger. Can there be any difference then between Allah and His messenger in this word, about the word? No. So why He tell you that the politics do this and partners and this and that? You see how He has tricked and deceived you? Moreover, through this also. So not doing justice, because He's allowed you more than one wife to take. And He says you will never be able to do justice. You will not be able to deal justly. He has tricked you so badly. This is what I want to free you from, help you. But I cannot help you if you do not help me, even Shias. And you come here and you distract me, and I become like a monster against you because I'm not feeling well, right? And you say, look, she's a monster, evil, mental, this, that. But I see what Allah has done to you. You don't want, even some Shia not want me to show this, right? See the bungle up. Oh my God. So I really am very passionate to free human beings. When I suffer, separated from my teacher, I suffered so badly that I question everything, my existence. Why Allah, why this? And even in Pakistan, Karachi, why the beggars? Why this, why that? Where are you? Where are you? Where's your help? So I don't want anyone to suffer. I want to help people in what I can, in my capacity. But Allah is capable of doing all things. Muslims will say, yeah. But He cannot. Can He bring the past into the present? Repeat the past, take us back to the past? No, He cannot. But He is able to do all things. Certain methods, He's limited Himself here. Whatever His actions, He's limited. His capability is limited here also in this earth planet, material existence, you see. So what else do you see now? What else do I show you? Here also He say fear that you will not be just. But if you fear you will not be just with the orphan girls, then marry those that please you of women. Surah 4 ayat 3. Surah 4 ayat 1 to 9 already, right? You will not be able to, you will never be able to do justice. Not absolute. So this wrong, Maududi, sorry. Surah 3 ayat 18, a Shia tafsir on this. I explained creation injustice, maintaining Not only Allah, but all three of them are maintaining. When all three of them are in Bilqis justice, maintaining it, then what a difference, right? Between, that Allah is the creator. Only difference is even Jesus Christ is creator. We worked it out from the Quran ayats. Now, Surah Hujurat ayat 9. And if two factions among the believers should fight, if it returns and makes settlement between them in justice and act justly, indeed Allah loves those. Hubb Allah. Hubb Allah. I haven't put the transliteration, the Arabic word. Surah Shura, ayat 15. So that the religion of Allah invite, O Muhammad, and remain on a right course as you are commanded, and do not follow their inclinations, but say, I have believed in what Allah has revealed of the Quran, and I have been commanded to do justice among you. Why he marry more than one wife also? 11 wives he have privileged to marry from Allah. But you will never be able to do justice. Surah 4 at 129, don't forget. How can he so Allah has even commanded Prophet Muhammad to do justice among you, right? You know this much. So let's leave the side to this. Surah Hajj ayat 78 says what? It's about another matter. Now look at this and strive for Allah with the striving due to Him. He has chosen you and has not placed upon you in the religion any difficulty. It is the religion of your father Abraham. It is not the religion of Muhammad. It is the religion of your father Abraham. He was a Jew. Ask the Jews. He was the father of the Jews. Right? Abraham. And then Jesus Christ come and the Jews start saying, what are you saying? Are you saying you are before Abraham? He says, I am before Abraham. Our father, Abraham. So you are in the religion of Abraham or Allah? Allah named you Muslims before. And in this, that the messenger may be a witness over you, and you may be witnesses over the people. You know, this witness thing you have to be very careful about when Allah mentions it now. So whenever you come across these witness, you have to be a witness. You have to be present when we are sinning, doing something wrong, going and quiet, silently, in the dark. You can't be present. Surah 16, ayat 93. Maybe the polytheists whom they worship can be present here. Like, you know, these Hindu gurus say, just our picture is enough. And we can see you, we look at you, and we know your past, present, everything. Future. Which choices you will make, and whether you'll go to heaven or hell. That's not predetermined, it's up to you. But they know which choices you will make. Is that predetermined? I don't know. Predestined. Oh, they know which choices you will make. But he sends astray whom he wills and guides whom he wills. Again, you see, Surah 16, ayat 93. Shall I go to Surah Takwir? You see, now he's put it again. This ayat come. I think I've done this before. But he sends astray whom he wills and guides whom he wills. And because you don't have a will, free will. Sorry, Surah Takwir ayat says you don't have a will. Allah says in Surah Takwir ayat which one? And so look how he has tricked you and deceived you. Surah 16 ayat 19, indeed Allah orders justice. Allah commands, orders justice. Yet he has not commanded you here to do justice. So marry only one. Why not to say, marry only one? You say here, Surah 4 ayat 129. This is what I get when Shia, but this ayat, I don't remember until now. Now, I had the problem with this ayat, right? Shouldn't man, and I very scared. Now you see, he make you scared, scared, scared. And then here he say you will never be able to treat your wives. I say, my God, that means that the man should only marry one. But why he allow more than one woman to be kept by men, believing men? Please solve this. If they will never be able to do justice, even if if they desire to do so keenly, even if they desire to do so, they can't. Why Allah allow for? Now I question him. At that time, I stop because you fresh. No, no, wait. I was young. Maybe I didn't come. I didn't realize. I don't know why I missed this. You see, justice very important for Allah. He loves the ones who act justly. Now, here he's telling you, you will not be able to treat your wives with justice. Oh my God! Yet he allow you more than one wife or women. Why? As wives. Or what your right hands possess. So slave girls, no, no. Without their consent, you can get them. Right? Have nikah with them. What did this Allah? So if justice, how good? And yeah, he tell you here, very, very good Abraham religion. Right? So now Arabia with the Jews can have a Abrahamic accord. Right? Very good. Why not the Palestinian also? The Abraham accord with with the Israelis. This the religion of your father Abraham. Go to the Jews and see Abraham being the father. Right? And how good verses. See, and strive for Allah with the striving due to Him. He has chosen you and has not placed upon you in any difficulty in your religion. It is the religion of your father Abraham. Allah named you Muslims before and in this, that the messenger may be a witness over you and you may be witnesses. Very good. And what very good here also. Surah 16, ayat 93, guides whom he wills. No, no. Like Surah Hajj. No, no. Surah Shura ayat 15. You know, the Sunnis, the Shia, see these good ayats, amazing ayats. So I'm a moderate Muslim. I'm a Muslim like this, religion of Abraham. So even our Jews are from, this is the religion of Abraham. Let me think about it, right? Is the religion of Allah or the religion of Abraham or the religion of Muhammad? Oh, we shall have a peace treaty with the Jews, religion of Abraham, our father. And even the Jews consider Abraham their father. So very, very nice. Have a nice, peaceful Palestinians and Israelis live in peace together, Muslim believers and Jews. What are you doing? And very, very nice ayats, in return, make certain justice, act justly. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly, don't kill those who uphold justice. That they kill the prophets, messengers of Allah, or prophets of Allah, and also those who uphold justice. Why are you killing them? So I have been commanded to do justice among you. I have believed in what Allah has revealed of the Quran. And doesn't Prophet Muhammad also follow the religion of Abraham? Right? So nice ayahs. Be in peace. Don't hate the Jews. Right? Whatever the other ayahs, disregard them. Just see, take this positive. Take the positive Quran ayats. So this. I am not being fooled, and I will not fool you. And I don't want you to fool yourselves. And I don't want Allah to fool you. That's why I come immediately here. Look, you cannot do justice. Should you not be afraid? And that at that time I thought, No, no. I think all the Muslim men should not marry more than one wife then, right? And, but I didn't think that it should be haram on them because they will not be able to deal justly among them, acting justly. Where Allah tell you to act justly between the people, huh? And between your wives, you will never be able to do justice. Surah 4, ayat 129. See how Allah fool you, trick you, and deceive you. He should have made it haram. So you only monogamy, not polygamy. Haram polygamy, right? Forbidden. That's what he should have done. But I left it without questioning him. But I did have this fear. Oh my God. Shouldn't the men better better for you, men, believing men, Muslims, to marry just one wife? Have one woman as a wife, not others. And I left it at that. So act justly. Huh? Moreover, he says, oh, how do you change a dose of knowledge that he is maintaining creation and justice? Or all of them are witnessing, maintaining, or all of them are maintaining injustice? Where Allah in another ayah say that I am maintaining my creation in justice? Nowhere. Only this ayah. And along with the angel, how he put it here. Only if he had directly put it that I witness that there is no, I have maintained creation and justice. My creation. Please. Nowhere will you find it in the Quran. Not that I searched Google, but I didn't find it. Can't remember an ayat which says Allah is maintaining in justice. Like this. Put here. Only Allah is maintaining injustice. His creation. No, I didn't find it. Surah Hujurat ayat 9. What about act justly if it returns? So these believers, two factions among the believers should fight. You should make settlement between the two. But if one of them oppresses the other, then fight against the one that oppresses until it returns to the ordinance of Allah. And if it returns, then make settlement between them in justice and act justly. Allah is telling you to even act justly. Indeed, Allah loves those who act justly. You see? So between these also act justly, where Allah has commanded Muhammad in Surah Shura at 15, I have been commanded to do justice among you. Why Allah Himself say you will not be able to do justice between dealing with the wives just more than one wife? Why Allah allow you then to marry more than one wife when you will not be able to do justice, keenly desiring to do justice, even if you keenly desire? And is the religion and Allah orders justice and good conduct and giving to relatives and forbids immorality and bad conduct and oppression. He admonishes you that perhaps you will be reminded. Surah 16, ayat 19. So many other ayats, I've just used some. So why Allah make you unjust? Allowing you to become to like He's told you you will, even if you cannot deal justly. See Surah 4 ayat 1. Yet He's allowed you in Surah 4 ayat 3. And here also. So incline not wholly to one, leaving the other in suspense. That's what He tell you. And if you act rightly what? Act justly. You cannot act justly, yet Allah is telling you you are going to act rightly. So Allah is telling you to act rightly. Oh, how can you act rightly when you can't even do justice? So I have to go now. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you, Manmoji Sharma. बहुत बहुत आपका शुक्रिया धन्यवाद हिंदी वर्ड आ गया for your time and attention here. Thank you so much. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. आपका वक्त, आपका attention, ध्यान यहाँ, आपने अपना time इधर दिया मुझे. Now I have to go. So I leave you not with this, but where is it?
We'll be back until then. Thank you so much.